I kind of feel like the move is in a position where they're just going to play RPS. Like, I don't know why. I think they just believe in themselves, full confidence,
Yeah.
play their main composition. And I think it might just be one of those days where we see main comp versus main comp.
Kind of a big question these players always have to run into. Do we play something that we know on paper would do better, or do we go with a comp that we're familiar with, that we're confident with? It's a huge question that these players have to determine. A lot of mind games go on in these blind maps, but that being said, we can see the comps now, and we're seeing Pikaboo on Demon Hunter, Lepomp versus the move.
Oh, they're stealing the EU tech. They stole the EU tech from Echo. They're like, oh, it was logged on to Ret and it worked. Whiskey, bro, get back on the Ret Paladin. We're going to try and run it down mid here and make it work. And they're mirroring the compositions that we saw between Chibaku and Echo. This is wild. I did not expect this, but it is going in alignment with what Pikaboo was saying about the Shadow Priest. So perhaps the secret ingredient is going to be Retribution Paladins in order to get past these Balance Druids. But Dippy's already fake casted a kick here. He's looking for a Cyclone. He gets stunned on it. Is he going to be able to get the Cyclone or not? He gets grappled over by the static field. He's out in midfield. He is absolutely getting smacked around by Whiskey, refusing to trade the Barkskin. He's being really greedy with this. He Barkskins, but it might be too little too late. It's a lot of damage still incoming from Whiskey and Pikaboo. Existence turns it around. Double stun into a clone. Pikaboo decides to trinket to keep up the aggression, trying to push Dippy over the edge. They land a rebuke on another Cyclone. Here comes another Cyclone attempt. Looks like he's fake casted the kick, but the Cyclone not going out. It looks like Whiskey. Actually, it's on to Whiskey. Dippy gets stunned, but this is still a lot of pressure. I was not expecting this. Whiskey and Pikaboo are constantly ping-ponging Dippy's health bar down.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage on this balancer right now. There's no Barskin Lightning lasso from Masters once again, but he needs to be careful. Whiskey's getting low. Engine Crusade comes in from Whiskey. He's going to be ramping up his damage to a critical mass. Let's see if they can actually take down Dippy here. Doesn't have many defensives. He's going to be rolling away. Zhang just bombing in some heals. Healing wave after healing wave in the back line. Nice static field totem. Abster's really getting aggressive here and really keeping his team in the fight and keeping them on target. You'll love to see it. The move is looking dialed in, and Dippy has just been struggling to stay topped off and find pressure in this match so far.
Yeah, let's see if they can stabilize. Dippy's being greedy again with the bark skin. Pikaboo's into a Cyclone. Dippy's getting lower and lower. Zhang gets wind sheared by Absterge, putting him even further. Oh, they imprison at low health by Pikaboo. If they can get some crowd control on Zhang here, it's going to be so important. They get a stun. Can they finish Dippy? He's still being greedy. I can't believe how greedy he is with his bark skin right now. He's just been at sub 50% health this entire time. They managed to finally get him topped off. And now he's repositioning with the root here, but Existence is into a stun from Absterge. Whizcake gets blasted. Big damage coming out from Dippy here. Pikaboo now into an imprisonment. Those defensive imprisonments, once again, from Existence. He's constantly focusing on peeling enemy attackers. Dippy fakes out a kick. He's looking for another Cyclone. He's got a Vengeful Retreat. Pikaboo immunes that one. Stuns the healer and wraps around the corner to avoid the next clone. Whizcake gets the follow-up cast. Dippy's getting shut down a lot at the moment. He's going to trade Barkskin on the hunt here, but they come in. They get a shear and a double stun. Existence is getting cleaved, though. He's going to have to trade Blur just to collateral AoE damage. Mana is looking decent. It's still anyone's game.
Yeah, very back and forth here at the 2.5 minute mark. Full Cyclone landing here for Dippy. They're going after WizK once again. No Shield of Vengeance available. WizK could be in trouble. Abster is going to have to try to keep him alive. Pops the Ancestral Guidance to bolster his healing. And now it's going to be the move once again, having most of the momentum here on Dippy. Beautiful wind shear there by Abster's Lightning Lasso. Dippy could fall. Beautifully done there. They get the Spirit Link Totem from Zhang, but now they make a swap onto the Shaman. He's in trouble. Astral Shift comes in. Ascendance as well. The pressure from the move in game one is looking amazing. Superseas.
I'd never expected this composition to come up from the move. They might have literally just watched Echo play this and just beat Lepomp with it. Oh my god, this literally came out of nowhere. I've been watching their stream all week. They've been practicing Boomkin, complaining about how Shadow Priest is not going to be able to cut it, and literally at the last second, pull out a Ret Paladin and finally beat their Kryptonite. This composition has been slaughtering them. Cup after cup, game after game, probably even on the ladder as well. They couldn't escape it. It was the Boogeyman. I thought for sure there's no way they're getting past this team. Oh my god.
I mean, the move is looking laser focused. I'm going to be honest. Did any of us predict the move to win this weekend? I don't know if that we did.
I think Lithy did. Lithy predicted. He never counted them out.
What?
It's a mere match here. KZ Fox like, you want to play Ret, bro? All right, let's play ball. He ain't backing down, you know. Sometimes players, they refuse to play the mirror. They want to play and try and have a comp advantage, and they don't want to do it. But Lepomp say, all right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Are you ready? Can the move embrace the Zug against Lepomp? KZ Fox has been killing it on the Ret Paladin for a long time, winning solo shuffle tournaments, top ranking, and now it's a fight for the Ret Paladin crown. I was really expecting Boomkin dominance here this weekend, but the Ret Paladins have come in and started to sweep the little chickens away.
The move, though, they're going to be looking to beat LaPomp at their own game. WizK on the Retribution Paladin. So far, the move has been on fire. Let's see if LaPomp can bring it back here in game number 2. Ashermain's fall, an all-out cleave. And I think this is going to be a pretty quick game here, Zupatis.
All right, gate's about to open. Are they ready for this? It's going to be a quick round. WizK Pikaboo charging right into center field to start off this fiesta as Pikaboo dashes in, gets an imprison onto the Shaman. They're setting up crowd control very early on, but they turn it around now into KZ Fox, getting his trinket immediately. Now back onto WizK as he trades out the Shield of Vengeance. Zhang catches him, but Pikaboo leaps over and stuns him up. They're swapping to the Shaman. It is a Shaman race at the moment. Which Shaman is going to crack under the pressure in the finals for North America? An entire year of play on the line to win this coveted title.
Yeah, Absurge with a beautiful static field totem, gets a healing surge off and tops himself off. In the meantime, though, Zhang taking quite a bit of damage. Pikaboo and WizK all over him. Nicely done there by Existence. The Sigil of Misery. Absurge frees them from that with the Tremor Totem. Really, really clutch. Zhang distracting them just a little bit, I think, with the Healing Tide Totem. So drops that off. Pikaboo kills it. Now Zhang's going to be in some trouble. He needs to be careful. He's got the Astral Shift, but this is such an unstable game. Going after the Shamans, I mean, this is a risky strategy by both sides.
Oh, they imprison Zhang low health, and they imprison WizK. Absurge still has Ascendant. Zhang is trying to reposition. Pikaboo's peeling for him, though, and getting pressure onto KZ Fox. They're making a big swap onto KZ Fox with his blinding light. But it looks like he's back in line of sight here of Zhang. But Pikaboo just dashes in again onto the Shaman. Pikaboo's embracing the Zug, training down the blue as WizK is looking to back him up, and Zhang is getting destroyed. He trades out the Astral Shift, reducing the damage and deflecting them away. But Absurge still has his Astral Shift. So this is probably a mana game. Which Shaman can maintain their water shield better than the other, as it's going to be falling off during these attacks. Nice double stun by LaPomp, as I was talking. Stun the Shaman, stun the Red at the same time. That's getting a tremendous amount of pressure as they're tabbing over to Absurge. He's staying at the pillar, and it looks like he's playing Unleashed Shield. So that little whirlpool on the ground reduces damage from the target in it and reduces healing to them. And that could be really clutch from Absurge if he catches somebody in it when they're overextended.
Yeah, Absurge loves that talent, uses it a lot. Doesn't have the grounding totem, so there's going to be no grounding of a Hammer of Justice, anything like that. So a little bit of a talent difference here between Zhang and Absurge. Absurge going for Lightning Lasso on Existence, trying to slow him down, and I think Absurge has done a great job of defense. There's the full Hammer of Justice. Absurge is forced to trade out the Trinket. Now it's going to be up to WizK to keep him alive. No Blessing of Sanctuary for a couple more seconds. He's got the Blessing of Protection, but doesn't want to have to use it. Absurge playing it greedy, holding onto his wall. Spirit Link. The Healing Tide's rotating back up, but great pressure for LaPomp. WizK might have to go in the Divine Shield. Absurge is really struggling to keep them topped off. This is an overwhelming amount of damage. Now in the back line, looking for a Healing Wave. Existence, almost getting one shot in the meantime. Forced into the Netherwalk with that full Hammer of Justice. It's going to be really scary here for Absurge. Ooh, Astral Shift coming in, but maybe a little bit too low of health. And they take him down. That was a beautiful static field totem, and Absurge is still just trying to cut across the map, but this is not an easy matchup.
Oh, so he overlapped Guidance and Astral Shift. He wanted to stagger them, but realized that they were getting back on him too quick. So that overlap could be an opening here in the future. They've got Essence Break, they've got the Hunt, they've got Crusade. KZ Fox gets a double blind, triple crowd control by LaPomp, and they're looking to just knock Absurge over as he manages to bolster his defenses in that moment with Arisen Wall Totem. He's tanking a lot of damage. He can't get away. He drops down his Unleashed Shield, but he's not able to use it. He's running to the other side of the pillar, trying to escape and Ghost Wolf. They're peeling Existence away, trying to find an opening. They imprison the Shaman. They stun the Paladin. They're still continuing after the Demon Hunter, but it's not enough damage. Existence is still on the pursuit of Absurge. Healing Tide Totem down. Are they going to be able to snipe that? He moves it into the middle of the map, but it's dead. That Healing Tide is over. Absurge's defenses are looking limited. It could be a Spirit Link or a Blessing Protection or a Darkness, and they need to make sure that they decide that ahead of time. If they overlap cooldowns, it's going to be devastating for them.
Yeah, Absurge in trouble behind the pillar, going for a beautiful knock. Can he get fake out the interrupt Existence? So in the meantime, getting Lightning Lassoed. He pre-darkness that Lightning Lasso. Beautifully done by Existence. I can't believe he had that much of a heads-up play. That kept him alive there and allowed him to hold on to that Trinket. Really nicely done. He's doing that with a really high ping also, so very impressive gameplay. The move has decent pressure on Existence still, but this is such a tense game. Dampening is getting higher and higher for both teams. Hammer of Justice on Absurge. He's forced to trade out the Trinket. In the meantime, though, WizK and Pikaboo have a lot of pressure on this Demon Hunter. Existence really being tested defensively here.
All right, let's see. Mana's way in favor of Zhang, but defense on Existence is really slimmed down at the moment. KZ Fox gets swapped too, and it looks like he's not recovering just yet. Zhang is struggling. The move are starting to turn this around. They're getting momentum, and they maintain it, grappling them away with the static field into the middle of the map, stacking them up and knocking them down. Divine Shield out of the way. Astral Shift stacked on top of it. They're swapping to the Demon Hunter now. Insane pressure coming out of the move. And if they can beat them in the mirror of the Zug, it's going to be so important for them in the series. Lay on Hands comes out onto Existence. His medallion's out of the way. Zhang has no medallion. If Absterge can hold on just a little bit longer for his team, I think they're going to be able to close this out. I never could have predicted this. They're so close to the kill. Zhang needs to get there. He's got Spearling Totem. He's being greedy with it, and he has been greedy in the past, but now Absterge is falling behind, dying through his Astral Shift. Pikaboo protects him with the darkness. They turn it around with the double stun. Absterge tries to get back into the darkness, but he's stunned by KZ Fox. Existence is looking to meet him, and it's possible that both Shamans die at the same time at any second. They're swapping to Existence with the blind. He manages to stay alive. Now in prison, and he keeps staying alive. That Spearling Totem is their last lifeline.
Yeah, Healing Tide Totem drops. Beautifully done there. But look at Absterge. He's way behind on mana. I don't know how this is possible. Zhang has held on to so much mana, but it might not matter. Hammer of Justice comes in. Immediate Sanctuary there by KZ Fox. Insane plays. Absterge goes for the Nature Swiftness. Ancestral Guidance. His entire team is full health. The move is stabilized. Can they push Existence over? Full Lightning Lasso. Once again, Absterge making plays for his team. Sigil of Misery coming in, more crowd control. Can they take him down? Zhang has a Spearling Totem, but he's just being so greedy at the same time. Pikaboo's getting low. That's going to be his Netherwalk. Both Demon Hunters barely surviving here, but Existence has his Netherwalk back. He might be able to survive. He might have to trade it out early. Both Shamans running on fumes.
Oh, Link comes down from Zhang. Full Hammer of Justice. Absterge trinkets instantly. Triple stun in return from the move. It's a race to the finish. Basically, both Shamans running on fumes. Existence can't keep up the chase. He's forced to Nether Walk and immune damage, but Zhang can't top him off. They're starting to flounder. Zhang into the imprisonment. He trinkets. Do they have a stun? They trade out the Blessing of Protection, but I think it's going to get removed here in a moment as they get static fielded away, but Absterge is so low. KZ Fox is trying to go for the kill, but Existence gets clotheslined by the lasso, and they're all dead. Everybody is dying in this game. I think KZ Fox will fall first. He's got Shield of Vengeance. He can't pop it. He gets stunned by Pikaboo, and the move match Zug for Zug in game 2.
Oh, WizK trading out the Divine Shield. Existence still going for it, and Absterge has no mana. Not completely over yet, but we'll see if WizK can keep him alive. He goes for the Blessing of Sanctuary. I think they're going to be able to hold on. I don't know how Zhang still has mana. How is this possible? Existence and Zhang going for the 2 versus 3, but I think Existence is going to fall here. It looks like he will. They tap out. The move. They take their composition and beat them at their own game. They're up 2-0, 1 game away from being in the finals.
Yeah, I said that I didn't think they were going to be close or evenly matched. I was wrong. They're actually just better. I guess they're just going to beat them at their own game. Of course, it's not over till it's over. Lapomp could possibly reverse sweep this. The Boomy Demon Hunter comp has been the main comp that the move have been struggling with all season to be able to beat. But this Ret Demon Hunter comp is looking really solid.
This is interesting. Existence playing Elysian Decree. I believe that's that ability. We haven't seen it there. So a little bit of a build adaptation maybe coming in for Existence for this one. I wonder how that's going to play out or how that's going to impact the game. We'll have to wait and see. Stun going out onto Absterge. We'll see how enabled Dippy is in this match. In the last game, he really struggled to get any kind of damage rolling. So I'm curious to see how he plays this one, if they're able to get out more pressure. Because so far, I mean, still just on the back foot.
Pikaboo down at half. Dippy sitting in the earthen wall. He's going to use the bark skin. He's not going to be as greedy with it here in game number 3, it seems. And he's got Incarnation. This is big pressure building for Dippy, but Absterge deflects it. He's got Ancestral Guidance and Healing Tide, so he's got great AoE healing. WizK in the backline killing the Healing Tide Totem and then coming back into the engagement here onto Dippy. Zhang's into a fear, into a stun. Dippy falls low. He's got Heart of the Wall. He's trying to go for clones. He gets shut down by Zhang's Wind Shear. He goes for a clone again, and he manages to get it. Pikaboo's out of the game. He's choosing not to trinket. He's got no offensive cooldowns up, so he's not getting big value to trinket out of this. So I think it's smart for him to sit it. Now he's going for the I-Beam, but he gets stunned on the I-Beam. Nice stun by Existence, disrupting his ramp. WizK gets the double freedom on the root, looking to connect. X's are coming through. X on the Ret, stun on the Shaman, and Lapomp are taking the European strat of attacking the healer a little bit more here in game 3.
Yeah, and so far it's been working out, but Absterge has Existence in a Lightning Lasso Totem, and they're getting aggressive here onto Dippy. WizK going for a full Blinding Light. A lot of pressure onto Dippy. He's got the bark skin and will immediately make the trade, wanting to reduce that incoming damage, looking for Cyclones to get interrupted. It might just get deleted. The mover's so close to winning. Zhang is forced to drop out his Spirit Link Totem. No trinket, no Spirit Link Totem, and this is not looking good for Lapomp.
All right, how do you turn this around? It's match point. You're going to the lower bracket with sharks in the water. You got no trinket, no link at only the 1 minute 45 mark of this game. You still have 3 medallions, basically. WizKays is going to be up at any moment at this point. You're falling behind on, well, not falling, but entirely behind on damage. You still have a decent pace of DPS here in the middle of the map, but WizKay just got pulled out of the game by Zhang there with that static field. He's just sitting in the middle of the map, chilling in a root at the moment. Gets a double freedom, looking to reconnect, maybe Hammer Justice, no trinket. This could be the game right now. Existence is cross-stunned by Absturge, and Dippy is desperate. He's into bear form. Ducking for cover, mass entangles, trying to frenzy, but he gets kicked on the clone by WizKay. WizKay is shutting Dippy down. Big pressure incoming. Pikaboo ducks over. Existence is trying to come back, possibly. Now he's, never mind, he's just going after Abster. He's like, Dippy, do your thing and live, but I'm not sure if he's going to get away with it. Existence comes back in the nick of time, gets an imprison into a fear onto WizKay. Fine time for Dippy to get a clone. Dippy's jumping over to attack Absturge. They're really pressuring him, but he puts the grounding totem down. He hides his healing tide. Existence sees it. He's moving over. Healing tide is smacked out. Hammer of Justice down on Zhang. Still no trinket for 18 seconds. And they're not playing reverse magic either. They're going to drop darkness from Existence. But he's running the 5-minute cooldown version of this. It's possible that they won't see another one of that in this game.
Yeah, I think there's a really good chance of that. Absurge just behind the pillar right now, making it difficult for Dippy to connect. Lightning Lasso shutting down Existence once again. And I think Absurge has been doing a pretty good job keeping himself alive. We'll see what happens. Positioning away, but Zhang's there for the backup, gets the interrupt, and now Absurge might be in trouble. He might just drop. I might have cursed him. See if he has a Spirit Link totem available. He's opting not to use it just yet, trying to just avoid Existence at all costs, but needs help from WizKay. He might have to get something here. Blessing your protection. I don't know what. Spirit Link totem drops down. Absurge in trouble, and LaPampa is looking a lot better. They're playing this one with confidence.
Oh my God.
Absurge could easily fall, and he does. I can't believe it. And this is what LaPampa needed to do. They needed to have confidence in this composition. They made adaptations. They really pressured Absurge here. And this is a huge difference. Absurge could not play nearly as aggressive. This game looked way better from LaPampa.
Yeah, Dippy got way more damage this game. I'm actually wondering what his build was, if he made the adaptation there, if he's running the Dying Stars or not. I can't remember the command to look at it. I don't know if you can pull it up quickly. Look at the
he is running
talents here. He's running Dying Stars. That's super important.
Well, the Absurge can't dispel still. Right?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I guess it's. I think it's a lot still worse than other options like High Wind still, for the healing and the damage reduction out of the clone. But I guess it's not entirely dead talent. Dippy's in stealth here. They're waiting. They stop him. They can't pull him out of stealth. They're going to start on Zhang, it seems like, but they're already on Absurge as well. Now they found Dippy, stun into the hunt. Zhang into the Hammer of Justice. Pikaboo looking to get some damage out as the Essence breaks, but he gets feared away by Existence. They actually blind the Demon Hunter. An interesting setup here from WizKay, trying to prevent Existence from peeling them. Now Dippy's looking for clones. He gets kicked on the first cast. It's all about shutting down Dippy. He goes for another clone. Doesn't look like he was able to get it. We switched the camera there before I could see it, but now another clone. He finds that onto Pikaboo, but Absurge is just dying, man. He puts Healing Tide, but Existence kills the Healing Tide, and this is a real test for Absurge. Can he deal with Existence on his heels?
Yeah, Existence is putting out a ton of pressure here onto Absurge, already forcing out the Healing Tide totem, immediately sniping that off, and anytime Absurge gets in line of sight of Dippy, Dippy's just going to be loading him up with Sunfire, Moonfire, landing Star Surges. Absurge is in a full stun, taking a huge hit of damage. Needs to be careful getting in line of sight here from WizKay. Doesn't look like he's going to trade out the Sacrifice. He actually does use the Sacrifice on Absurge to reduce incoming damage. Absurge is looking like he's going to be able to hold on, but this just looks like an entirely different game. With Existence is training Absurge, it changes the dynamic of the matchup entirely.
Yeah, he's not getting cleaved. He gets tons of pressure. I really like his Demon Hunter Boomkin. Demon Hunter just trains the healer against melee cleaves. He takes 0 damage, and he keeps so much pressure while the Moonkin can get clones and blast and kite and root the DPS. And you win the 1v1, and you win the 2v2 that you're effectively creating, right? It becomes a 1v1 between Existence and Absurge. Existence wins that 1v1. In a 2v2 of Boomkin Shaman versus Ret Demon Hunter, Boomkin Shaman wins that. So you've got them in a checkmate position that they're inevitably going to lose if they keep that positioning. Double stun. Zhang pulls Absurge off the pillar for Dippy to blast him down with some Star Surges here. He's fully loaded on Astral Power, but he's not going for it at the moment. He's still just trying to kite. Dippy's playing a little bit afraid, but he gets a bash onto the Demon Hunter, pulling him into the back of the room. They're going to stun Dippy and deny his damage. Existence is finally out of the root. Big damage incoming here onto Dippy with that eye beam from Pikaboo. He's eyeing victory at the moment, but Existence comes back, imprisons them, denying a lot of the damage from that demonic meta. They Cyclone WizKay. Dippy's on the run again with the Wild Charge, repositioning away from the Ret Paladin. And Dippy might just play a game of running on the outside of the map at this point and try and run laps away while Existence creates pressure for the team.
Yeah, and Zhang's able to get out hexes that it's really difficult for Absurge to actually dispel. Pika's going to get out of line of sight just for a moment here. Dippy has a lot of damage available with this Incarnation. He's getting the pressure rolling onto all 3 members of the move. Absurge behind the pillar with WizKay. WizKay just kind of coming back and trying to peel Existence, but what happens when you do this is Existence can just kill everybody. So I really don't know what the plan here is for the move. They're up 2-0 in this matchup. LaPomp looking like they might be able to tie it up here, but we'll have to wait and see. Right now, the move is looking to get aggressive. They're going to be targeting Dippy and continuing this damage onto the Balance Druid. Zhang in the backline, though, seems like he's going to be able to heal through the pressure so far, getting a Lightning Lasso on Pikaboo, slowing him down. And I love this, exactly what you talked about. You have a 2v2 with WizK and Pikaboo versus Dippy and Zhang. And it seems like Zhang and Dippy are winning that 2v2 for the time being. Finally, Dippy taking a little bit of pressure, looking for Cyclones once again. It gets interrupted into an interrupt, but is he playing the Moon and Stars talent for reduction of interrupts? I think he is.
I have to see if the circle goes out down on the ground again. We bounced around the corner here. Abster's lasso, though.
He's playing it.
But Existence is out. Big damage from Existence. He gets out of that root instantly. Abster's was really relying on that Earth Grab. Now he's got Earthen Wall down, but he's still dying through Earthen Wall Totem as Existence is constantly on his back, feeling tons of pressure and draining his mana bar fast. Dippy's got Innervate up, but they stun Zhang on the Innervate. This is well timed. They're actually swapping to Zhang. I do think if they make this a Shaman race, that they can win that race. I feel like Ret, Demon Hunters can do so much damage, but really only if Absterge can help with Dippy. He's got a ground and sheer clones with the Demon Hunter on his back if they want to make it a Shaman race. Absterge is looking for a Hex out of the stun. He's got good CC on the Demon Hunter, taking him out of the match here for a few moments, buying him time to fully recover. He's falling behind on mana, and I really think they're going to have to make a big decision quick. Otherwise, we might be going to a game 5.
So you let me know what you think about this. WizK is still playing Judgments of the Peer, and Dippy unspec'd from that talent.
So he lost the mind game. It's literally an honor talent mind game to try and not lose value. So Dippy's damage is going to be a lot lower this game. It's very hard to play without that into the Judgment Dispel, but he's actually just killing Absterge. He doesn't care. He solar beams him on cast, and we might be going to a game 5. He's almost dead. Pikaboo saves him with the Darkness in the nick of time. He's got Healing Tide down. He procs an Ascendance. He moves the Healing Tide, but not too far away. Existence can kill that Healing Tide. Dodges the cap stun. Ducks right back onto Absterge. Double stun from Pikaboo. Good punish on Zhang and Dippy's positioning here by Pikaboo as he is ramping up, but Dippy finds a clone. No trinket. Existence is going for Eye Beam. He gets rooted behind the pillar. Doesn't look like he's got a way out of it, so Absterge is positioning here really well away from the Demon Hunter. Existence managed to grapple around the corner almost immediately with the Fell Blade. He gets static fielded by Absterge. He kills that. Looking to reconnect. Dippy on the run in the 2v2 on the balcony side of the map. Basically Zhang and Dippy versus Pikaboo and WizK, and Existence against Absterge as to who can kite better in this type of situation. You don't see this kind of split push from each team very often. Absterge has Existence in a stun, and Dippy is actually falling behind. They're losing the 2v2. Absterge is coming into the mix as well to add some interrupts in Existence. The DC back there? No, he got rooted back there. Now he's finally coming back into the game and trying to help out with an Fell Eruption onto Pikaboo, but Dippy gets sheared by Absterge. He's running across the map again. They get a root on the DPS. Zhang looking for a Hex on the Dispel, but he actually gets kicked. Big swap onto Zhang on match point. Is he going to die? Dippy's trying to support with the Regrowth, looking for a Cyclone, but he's got to fake the kicks. It's so much pressure on the Dippy right now. He gets the Cyclone. Pikaboo's out of the game, but he's still just dying at the moment. WizK is smacking Dippy around. He bark skins. He bolsters his defense, and he manages to recover alongside Zhang. Absterge is just holding on at this point. His mana is almost completely drained.
Yeah, this is looking like a scary game. Zhang burning through a lot of mana too. Dampening is getting higher and higher. It's going to be difficult for Dippy to survive. He needs to find the Cyclones. He does. Fakes out the interrupt. Gets a full Cyclone on WizK. Absterge is there to back him up, but this allows Dippy to actually get some damage rolling. He's fully stunned. Absterge in trouble. Can they keep him alive? He's out of line of sight right now. At the same time, Dippy is getting low. Hunt comes in from Pikaboo, trying to get the damage rolling. Shadow Meld from Dippy on that Hunt to immune the damage. He's in bear form right now, doing what he can to survive, but it is overwhelming. A ton of pressure coming in. He fakes the interrupt once again. Where's the Cyclone? He's got precog, but just can't afford to leave bear form. Darkness comes down from Existence to back up his team. Here's the Incarnation, and Dippy's looking to get crazy, Sid.
Oh, he's got full dots on Absterge, but there's a Healing Tide totem down somewhere. Absterge hid the Healing Tide. He got some big value there. The only thing really keeping him alive for now, but they're still on his heels. They Cyclone WizK. They're going after Pikaboo. Pikaboo lands the kick. They go for the lasso. Is Pikaboo going to die? It's so much damage. He gets Sanctuary, but Absterge is dying at the same time. It could be a double kill for LaPomp. They're so close to it. Absterge is trying to get back to his team. He needs a Spirit Link totem. He needs his teammates right now. He's trying to get back in the mix, but at the same time, Dippy is almost dead. Absterge is there. Double blind from WizK. Isolating Dippy. He tries to Typhoon. He root beams the Shaman. He's trying to get distance. He kicked Absterge on cast. Can Dippy survive? There's no Spirit Link. Zhang actually just dropped it, sorry, with the trinket. trinket, but he's dying through it. It doesn't even look like it matters, the move. This is a completely different team moving into the North American Finals. Absurge gets low. He drops down his link. The entire team is getting cleaved down by existence. They're gunning for a triple kill against the
He's
move,
in
and they're
trouble.
so close to it. Nature Swiftness comes out. Pikaboo, he's got cooldowns, just darkness. It's the end of the road here for one of these teams. There is no coming back from this.
Oh, Dippy's low. It looks like he will fall. Zhang pulls off a miracle. Dippy's on the run somehow. Can they do it? Dippy might stay alive. They're going after Pikaboo. Pikaboo is in hot pursuit, and it looks like Dippy will fall. Let's see if Existence and Zhang decide to go for the 2 versus 3. I think the move is going to be able to recover in this situation. We'll have to wait and see. Zhang immediately tapping out, just instantaneously tapping out of that, and that means the move, they are going to the finals, and LePomp is sent to the lower bracket. I can't believe it.
Oh my god. Okay, that's the move, baby, I suppose. With a week of practice, we go from one-tricking RPS, hating every Moonkin team, to pulling out Ret Demon Hunter in the grand finals, getting through with their RPS against Void GG, and then getting through what I would consider their strongest opponent, LePomp, confidently here in this series as Ret Demon Hunter, and now looking like the most dominant team in North America. So this week of practice paid off immensely for them as a team, because stylistically, we don't see the move playing these Zug comps very often. So that the fact that they could win a mirror with this and win the matchup that they were trying to get is very impressive from their team. They're going to be way more flexible, way more versatile as a roster overall.